Hey, hey, what do you say, Cookie Snack Attackers? Hello and happy Tuesday evening. Does anybody else get their toes a tapping when that countdown music is playing? I'm just wondering if it's just me or if it's everyone because it's a little catchy. I really like it. Let me say hi to a few people. First of all, right off the bat, thank you to Miss Debbie from Icing Images for having me as a guest on your program tonight. I really enjoyed it. We did some beautiful Valentine themed Flex Frost cookies. I hope you guys will check that out. It's on my Seriously Sweet on Davis Street page and my Cookie Snack Attack group. And tomorrow I will upload it to my YouTube channel as well. So if you like to watch from there, you'll be able to do that. And tonight I wanted to pop back on because I did not meet my goal of 500 cookies. I will be done on time, but I decided I did not want to be part of Team No Sleep tonight because I was already getting a little headache and it's been a rough couple of weeks. And all I can say about that is when I start to get a headache, it's time to just chill for a little bit. So I had to come home and eat a peanut butter sandwich, peanut butter toast sandwich. Do y'all eat those? Love those. And especially if I'd have had some bananas, I would have been just in heaven. Peanut butter banana on a little bit of toast with very light little bit of butter. That would have been like it. I wouldn't need anything else until noon tomorrow. I love my peanut butter sandwiches. I'm so sorry for everyone that's allergic to peanut butter. My heart breaks for you because it's just delish. All right. So anyway, that's a good thing though. What kind of peanut butter do you like? Are you a peanut butter Peter Are you a Peter Pan peanut butter person or a Jiffy or a Reese's or whatever brand of peanut butter are all natural? Tell me in the comments below. Oh boy, tongue twister city. So hey Jen. So I'm Amy from Cookie Snack Attack and Seriously Sweet. This is going to be a super quick live tonight unless you guys start asking a lot of questions. If you start asking a lot of questions, I'll stay with you as long as you have questions. But I literally just came on tonight to finish up our cool bunny ears. Do you remember these from the first part of our tutorial this morning? So we did this cute texture where we made it look like the little hairy edges of the bunny ears, and we did this beautiful floral. And then we went ahead and set up our second cookie so that we could learn how to do that cool teddy bear, like fuzzy texture look. We're not going to do it here because we're going to personalize this. So I'm going to show you how to do it up around the ears. Now, truthfully, let me just say this to you. I would prefer to do the whole cookie with the texture if I was doing the texture. So I'm just giving myself an out that if I get down here to the bottom and I really don't want this smooth when the rest of this is textured because it's just not going to look good in my picture tomorrow, then I'm going to go ahead and texture this and we'll skip personalizing this one. However, if you want a great cookie to personalize, I will drop the link in for you, an affiliate link from Amazon. This is a 4-inch cutter. It's basically 4 inches by 4 inches. It's beautiful, plenty of room to work with. And we used that beautiful raspberry sanding sugar from CK Products. We used a little bit of diamond dust this morning. We used royal icing transfers. I even got a little bit of wafer paper on here, vanilla flavored wafer paper snowflakes, just to fancy it up a little bit. All right, so we're going to jump right in as soon as I say hello to a few people. Hey, Jen. And by the way, thank you to everybody that joined the other live stream tonight. So happy. And let's see, Sally, I'm so glad you're here. You're going to be shocked at how easy this is, Sally. Seriously, you're going to love this. Super easy to do. So do you toe tap when that music comes on? Hey, Barbie. Hello, Facebook user. How are you this evening? And I'm super keyed up on this tutorial Tuesday evening because I had a nap this afternoon because when my head started hurting, I came home and took a good nap. And I've been live streaming the last hour and a half with Miss Debbie from Icing Images. And now we're just going to have a little bit of fun. And then I'm probably going to just like melt into the couch as soon as this is over. Just being real. It's how it goes on Tuesdays. And so earlier I told you I had this massive amount of cookies and really I should have gotten them baked. If I'd have stayed 2 more hours, I would have met my goal, been totally done. But when the headache started coming on and I knew I had this 2 double back-to-back live streaming tonight, I was like, I just need to wait. So no big deal. I'll run in the morning around 4 and knock them out and I'll still stay on schedule. So don't worry, I won't be part of Team No Sleep. But please learn to listen to your bodies when you get a headache or you start getting an ache in your shoulder or in your neck or your back, whatever. That's not just because you're getting older like me. if that starts to happen to you, pay attention to it. You don't need to be part of Team No Sleep to make a good living in this business. You just have to value what you bring to the table. Okay. Hello, Kathy. Hi, Miss Deborah. How are you? Yeah, so that was me. I was just really, I was talking to the Lord before we started our live stream, and the music. I liked the music. It was really good. Hey, Kelly, how are you feeling these days? Hello, hello. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that so much. And I think I just messaged you back on the text alert. So, guys, if you haven't signed up for text alert, you can text the word live stream to 540-870-0726. Follow the prompts. It'll take 2 times, and then you will be on there, and we will send you alerts 7 days a week, but only between the hours of 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Outside of that is considered quiet hours, so we don't text outside of that, okay? All right. Flex Frost, Flex Frost, Flex Frost, Flex Frost, Flex Frost. Okay, so last night I couldn't do it because Brian had me. Was it last night? I think so. I think Brian had me giggling when we were on here together. He was so much fun, wasn't he? We're going to have him back on really soon. But I couldn't do it because he had me giggling. And by the time we got done, my cheeks hurt, my little chubby cheeks, after trying to stop giggling and then say Flex Frost too. It was like, I was like, no, done. Can't do that again. Hello there, Pamela. How are you? Hello. Is this Carrie or Katrina? Who's on tonight? And if both of you are on, hello to both of you. So psyched because I get to tell them about something. And we might do another surprise tonight, you guys. So I got to hustle through these comments. I think we might do this tonight because there seem to be a lot of you on here. A lot of regulars came back to watch the second part. Hey, Myra. Hi, Kat. So we're going to do something in just a minute. Remind me, just say dots and bows to me in the comments if I forget. When I say anything else, if I haven't done it, remind me. Hey, Nicole. Hi, Barbie. How are you doing? Lorraine, Kathy. Oh no. Yeah. You never know what's going to happen. Hi, Karen. Laura, how are you? Oh, Skippy creamy. Like I like Peter Pan creamy. But who are we kidding? I like peanut butter, period. So it could be peanut butter with nuts in it too. I would eat it. No big deal. Jiffy, you're a Jiffy, you're a Skippy, you're a Jiff. That's so funny. Making me hungry now. I know you need a snack. You need that peanut butter if you can eat peanut butter. It just really, it doesn't take very much and then you're full. That's how I'm going to get my pandemic weight off, is with peanut butter, but I'll tell you about that later. Skippy Smooth. Hey, Barbara, how are you? Fresh ground peanut butter is delicious, especially with raisins and celery. Hi, Nicole. Hey, Cheryl, how are you this fine evening? Oh, you know what? I did start mixing some of the peanut butter powder. I bought a big thing of it at Walmart, and I started mixing it into smoothies. I actually really like it. You do like the chunky, Cat? I might have to try that. Bunny ears are so cute already. Hey, Becky. Becky, how are you doing? You were like headed home on Friday or Saturday to collapse, so I hope you got some rest. Hi, Holly. Well, Sally, listen, all those question marks imply that you might be shocked I go in that early, but seriously, since we moved back home to the area and I opened my boutique bakery in Culpeper, before the pandemic started, it was normal that 4 out of 5 days a week I went to the bakery at 2 a.m. after going home at 10 a.m. I'm not joking. That is not an exaggeration. I can verify it. I literally got pulled over one night and I was so tired. I only lived at the time, I only lived 3 miles from the store, but I was so tired and I was in my new little Kia, so I wasn't sure how to do the lights. I actually got pulled over at 2 a.m. I was completely freaking out because I got pulled over because I didn't know what I had done. And it was 2 a.m. and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to disappear. I should get a photo of whoever's walking up to the car. Like, this is really bad. But I got pulled over because apparently I flashed my lights. It was a new car and I didn't know I had flashed my lights, and that's a sign of distress or something. So they pulled me over to check that out. But then the guy is like, hey, why are you out at this time? There was no one else on the road but me and this police officer, who was very nice, by the way. And he's like, why are you out so early? And I'm like, because I have the cupcake shop. And he's like, oh, I know all about those cupcakes. You better get to work if you're going to open up at 10 a.m. So 4 a.m. feels like a breeze, and I only have to do it every once in a while because I have rescheduled my life I've rescheduled my life so that I will live longer because I felt like I was on you're both on, hey, Katrina. I felt like I was on a disaster course with my health. I couldn't take it. Hey, Carrie. Hello. All right. Myra. Hello. Hello. Wait, natural, no sugar. Oh, yeah. Now I do let my puppies, I don't tell Brian, he might be watching in the other room. I hope not. But sometimes I take their little dog biscuits and I put a little peanut butter on there for them because it helps them sleep all night long. They don't get up. I don't know why. Maybe their bellies just feel more full, but they sleep all night long and they don't wake me up to take them out. And sometimes I just need that little extra uninterrupted sleep. Reese's. And, oh, hey, have you guys seen the peanut butter that is peanut butter and chocolate together? So good. Sandy, hello. Becky, I'm so glad. You would help me, Myra? I know you would. I know you would be here helping. We honestly, let's tell the truth. We'd probably just be gabbing and laughing and gabbing and laughing and trying to do whatever cookies we could in between. Let's be real. All right, here's our bowl. Here is Flood consistency icing. Now, it depends on what area of the country you are from or if you value the Webster's Dictionary. I believe in the Webster's Dictionary, the appropriate pronunciation and hard vowels is that what I'm about to do is called stifling. I've always said stippling. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Just call it teddy bear texture and move on with your life because it's not worth splitting hairs over. Do it however you want to do it, okay? Now, Lavelle, the 2 times that I was saying is if you sign up for text alerts. Because what you do is you text that word live stream to that phone number, then they text you back, and then you have to reply to officially be in. That's what I was talking about. Nothing to do with the StreamYard. Ah, cool. Fantastic. All right. So this is just flood consistency icing. Depending on what your flood consistency icing is will affect the next part. So please listen carefully. Okay. Mine is really an 18-second. And so it's perfect. Do you see how it's doing those points and not sinking down immediately? If your outline flood consistency is even 3 seconds of a longer timed icing than mine is, then you're going to have to add a smidge of water for this to work. Okay. All right. You ready? Let's see. Let's see what this one is. Oh, good. Yeah, StreamYard's good too, because then I can see their name. So, we should go back over this. Now, don't distract me. I've been on here a while tonight. You know it could go crazy all of a sudden. All right. So you see this brush. It's a very soft brush, right? And you see this brush. This is my dusting brush for my molds. And then you see this brush, this Wilton brush. It's round, but it's stiffer. For this technique to work the best, you do not want to use this. You don't want to use this. It's too hard and it's too regular, right? It's too symmetrical. Is that the right word? And a round brush would normally work, but do you see how these Wilton brushes, the round ones, they're shorter on the side than the center, so it's not like the whole brush is fluffy and soft. So this doesn't do as well either. Don't use these. Okay, just get you a little cheap brush like this, okay? You need it to be soft, just soft bristles, right, so that it'll smush out, okay? Now, I'm going to pull the icing over here. We're only going to do the one. I'm just basically getting the brush in there and picking up a lump of icing, which I kind of usually just, if it's too much, I dab it on there. And then in a straight up and down, 90 degrees to your cookie. This is how easy this technique is, okay? Promise you, it's easy. It goes fast. It adds a lot of dimension to your cookie, gives it that little extra wow, pow factor you're looking for. Don't forget to remind me, dots and bows. Carrie, if you're still with me, would you do me a big favor and type my 2 codes up there so that I don't forget? You guys jot these codes down. If Carrie's here, she'll put them in for you. You're going to need them, and because I'm going to explain to you about their Friday thing, because you need to get on getting your cutters ordered if you're participating in the spring sets, because they're big cutters. They take a little bit of extra time, so you need to be ready to roll this Friday so that we don't overwhelm them by waiting till the last minute, okay? I'm going to go ahead and do this whole thing so that when I lift it, you can actually see what I'm doing. But this is called stippling or stifling, whatever you want to call it. I don't care what you want, how you say it. It makes me no difference. You do what you feel good about. I'm totally cool with that. But I always call it the teddy bear texture because it reminds me of this cute little teddy bear I had when I was a kid. But its real cookie term is stippling or stipling, okay? But you do you and call it what you want to. And when you teach it, if you want to rename it, I'm pretty sure the word police are not going to come after you. So just have fun with it. And especially if you're teaching kids, techniques like this are fabulous because if you can make it relate to something they're super interested in, your class size is going to grow. Plus, they think you're the really cool, fun teacher because you make up different stuff and act a little crazy and not afraid to be a little different than everybody else. And they love that. And honestly, after the last 2 years, who doesn't need that? Adults and kids alike. Do you see what a difference it's making, you guys, by having this soft brush, though? Look at that. See, Sal? Sally, are you on here? Make sure you're here. I'm going to lift it again and show you. Now, if your icing's too runny, it's not going to work. So if you do all of this effort and you don't have that cool, like fuzzy looking texture, then that means your icing was too thin. You need to let it dry and then go again. And you also, when you do this, have to be very careful because I'm having a lot of trouble not sucking up the sugar or pulling color off these other flowers, which is getting into my white. And I want my bunny to be really white. This bunny in particular. Later, we're going to do some brown. As we get closer to Easter and after CookieCon, we're going to do some brown bunnies, some brown and white ones. All right, I'm going to lift it so you can see it. But literally, this is a texture that you can also create if you do a fondant cookie by using crumpled up aluminum foil. You can get a texture very similar to this, but that's how you would do it with royal icing, okay? So it kind of looks like maybe like a very fine point stucco. So Sally, does that make sense? Is this something that you can use for the project you were talking about, I hope? So here's our 2 beautiful bunny ear cookies. I love these. I am ready for Easter. Well, technically I'm ready for CookieCon and then National Capital Area Cake Show. And then I'm ready for Easter. I'm ready to go full hill Easter. All right. Now you could go do the same technique over here. I don't really think it needs it. I don't think it's going to add anything to it because we already did the little fur dragging with our needlepoint scribes. I hope you guys enjoyed that today because the difference in the width or the point or the sharpness on whatever scribe you're using can make all the difference in the world in a design. Okay, we good? Sally, oh, you love it. Okay, good. That makes me happy. Yay. Thank you, Karen. Let me slide these in the dehydrator. Nope, I'm just going to slide them over here. Make sure if you didn't get to watch the video I did a little bit ago, we did these really cool hearts using edible lace that I made from Flex Frost sheets. I did that on the Icing Images site tonight with Debbie from Icing Images. So check that out. I'll post it on our YouTube channel tomorrow. It's not going to happen tonight. I'm too tired to wait for the processing time to download and upload. So don't have unreasonable expectations for me tonight. And since I'm going in super early to finish up those cookies, because I only got to about 250, it'll take me another, I don't know, maybe another 2.5 hours to knock the rest of those cookies out. And then I'll be back. And then I might just run an open cookie cam while I'm decorating and just chat with people. It's not going to be a tutorial because I got to move fast. But here's what I want to talk to you about. Okay, so on the Dots and Bows website, is that what I should say, Carrie, or should I say the still pun looking? What does that mean? Stippling. Oh, okay. Is that how you say it? I was like, what is that? Okay, so on the Dots and Bows shop, which if Carrie or Katrina's here, maybe they can drop the link in for me. If not, if one of my admins is here, drop the link in to the, hey, Cindy, would you drop the link in to the special offers on the Dots and Bows shop so we can talk about what's coming up so I can get you guys ready for Friday ordering? Because on the Dots and Bows site on Friday, they have buy 3, get a 4th one free. Of course, oops, that's part of my cookie came off. Of course, that's like same value. So if you buy 4 3 $4 cutters, you can have a $4 cutter for free, right? So the reason I'm telling you this is important is because I have these really cool things coming up that are sets of cutters, because they're the 3D pieces that we're doing at Cookie-a-thon, and which is this piece, okay? There's a set of cutters to make this piece that you'll need to order directly from them, or you'll order the STL files, okay? But to make this piece called Maddie Lane, okay? And then there are going to be 3 classes that are going to be one-off classes. The classes will not release until after Cookie-a-thon with Nancy Westfall, which is at the beginning of April. There'll be 3 classes to create 3 additional 3D pieces. There's a little boy gnome. There's a front and back gnome house. So it's going to be where you can look at it from one side and you see one thing, look from the other side, you see something else, with some special baking techniques to create that. And then there is a 3D garden cart that if you end up getting the fondant mold package from me for the Maddie Lane cookie that you're going to use in Cookie-a-thon, we're going to use all those same fondant molds on these pieces as well. So those will be separate classes that are sold. We decided to put the cutters with dots and bows and not order them wholesale and put them in the boxes, because so many people responded that they do like to print their own cutters. So that's the only reason I didn't pull it together for you and make it really, really tight and easy like that, so that you didn't have to pay extra shipping and stuff, okay? But it's going to work out to your advantage, because you're going to get to do the buy 3, get 1 free, okay? So let's talk about this, because I love their cutters. It's really embarrassing when you walk in the back of my store. I mean, maybe no one else notices, but me and my hubby notice. There's like my wall of metal cutters, and then there's my huge wall of dots and bows cutters. And they're so fantastic. You guys, and Carrie has Carrie just takes the design, whips it up on the computer. I send her sketches. She puts it on the computer, and then it's like, voila, it's on there like it's no problem. If I had to do that, you would be waiting 10 weeks for it. It would not happen. I'm just saying, being honest with you. I have some strong suits. That's not one of them. And Carrie, I appreciate you so, so much. And Katrina has, Katrina, if you're on here, drop a link in for your crew, because I think I saw today that Katrina's crew is open, right? Please tell me I'm not misquoting that. I'm going to make this really wide so you're going to see my computer and stuff, but these are big cutters, so I want to give you a good idea. But I think the crew is open where you can join her monthly crew, and I'm a member of that. I love that. So you guys, I can speak to how outstanding that is if you're not a member of that. And she does great cookies all the time, so drop that in if you guys want to. Okay, so here we go. Now, the other thing I love about their cutters is they're always labeled. So if you get your cutters and you just can't remember what's going on, this is SS for Seriously Sweet 2022. And what you can't really see it, so I'm going to read it to you. So just trust me that it says this, okay? But it's SS for Seriously Sweet 2022. You guys know that I save all my files by date first so that they're easy for you to find on YouTube. So this will come back and help you. Also, all of my independent classes are saved date first as well. Like it'll say 2022 Easter class, 2022 on, like, you see what I'm saying? So this is the Gnome Boy. So this is a set of cutters, okay? So there's going to be more pieces to this, but this is the Gnome Boy that is a stand-up piece, 3D piece that is the same height as the Maddie Lane piece that we're going to do in Cookie-a-thon. And they are so cute. All right, so I'm going to unpack this whole box, okay? But get ready to order. Now, this is Seriously Sweet 2022 Gnome House #1. So this is the first cutter. And this, okay, and this is the one that we're going to bake to create a curvature in our cookie we've not done in our group before. Hey, Jason, how are you doing? Hey, does Jason have a cookie name, Carrie? Just asking, because last night or the night before I did a live and Brian joined me for just a minute, and I was telling them how great he was that he came up and helped me roll out all of these slabs of dough. And I introduced him as the vintage dough sheeter, and Jen named him Dough Dude. So that's his name. Do your husbands have names? I'm just wondering. So this is a piece of the house. It's going to have a special baking, so it's going to be curved. So that's something new that we're going to be learning. This is the base for the gnome boy. Okay, so I'm going to put this with this. These cutters are going to be in your set together. This is the base for Maddie Lane, and you guys know Maddie Lane is named after my pup. So that's the girl one that we're doing in Cookie-a-thon. This is the Maddie Lane cutter. This is the base, and this is the doll part. Let me pull these down here. Hold on. I'm going to get the box out of the way, pull the cutters down. And I love you guys. I've never had a cutter arrived damaged, ever. Never. They have great packaging. Their boxes are great. I love it. Okay, so let's keep going. I feel like this is Christmas. I love it. All right, this is the base for Gnome House, okay? Now, I have another Gnome House up there that's shaped like mushrooms, and it's also a two-piece stand-up set. It was done last year. That is not this. Look for the package that says 2022. And Cindy, if you're still here, maybe you could drop in the separate links to each of the packages and what their names are too, right? He needs a name too. He doesn't have a name. It should have something to do with like the cookie cutters, right? Does Katrina's husband have a name? Isn't he like Daddy Dots or Daddy Bows or something like that? I feel like I've heard he has a name. Okay, so the crew is open, you guys. Okay, so check that out, okay? I love that the cutters are labeled. Let's see. He doesn't, but he needs one. Daddy Dots. That's right. So we should do something with a C and a C for Jason. I'll think about that. If you guys come up with something, Jen's really good at this, by the way. If she's on here, she's really good at coming up with names. Okay, we'll work on that right now. We could call him Cutter Cutie. We could do that, right? That could be his name. You got a Daddy Dots, a Cutter Cutie, and I have Dough Dude. Listen, you guys, he trucked through 50 slabs of dough with no problem. I could have never done that in 1 day or even 2 days without having massive shoulder pain. No way. Mr. Muscles just took care of it for me. Hey, Mimi, how are you? Okay, so, all right, this is different. I'm going to put these to the side because that's a whole nother thing that I got to explain. Just give me a second. There's some more pieces for each of these. Let's see. And put these over here because I'm going to show all of these to you at one time because really I want you to buy the whole set, but you can pick out just the ones that you want. Okay. What does that say? Cutter King. Oh, I like that. Cutter King. I like that. I like that one too. All right. Let me put that over here. Whoops. All right, hold on. Now I'm going to pull out the package that has all the little pieces in it that go with these sets, okay? So hold on. Let's do this all together. Before I put something, I don't want anything to fall on the floor because my pups are in here and they might go abscond with it and I can't go see what they're doing. So I have to be careful. I love doing box reveals though, by the way. Okay, so Gnome Boy and the Gnome Boy base. And wait, am I missing some pieces? I don't know. I think this cutter, Carrie, does this cutter, if they ordered the set, they're going to get that. Plus, they're going to get the feet, right? And then if they ordered Maddie Lane, they're going to get a base and that. And then they're also going to get the cutter like this, and they're going to get the feet, right? I just have one because it's the same size, right? I think. But if you order a set, you're going to get all the pieces. Like this is a 4-piece and this is a 4-piece. This is a 2-piece. These are the extra sets. Let me get some icing out of the way, guys. I feel like I do have a little more work area tonight because I cleaned up again, which means I'm not going to be able to find anything tomorrow. But here's the Gnome Boy set. So if you ordered the Gnome Boy set, it's all 4 cutters. And you need this because it cuts out perfectly to fit the size of the inset of the feet so that you can just tuck this in and get that extra support you need to make this a stand-up cookie. Does that make sense? Well, it will after I teach it to you, so don't worry about it, okay? But this is a 4-piece set. So you have the feet and you've got... you have these 2 pieces, and you'll have these 2 pieces, okay? Then if you got the girl, if you buy the Maddie Lane set, you're going to have a base, you're going to have the doll, and you're going to have the inset cutter, and you're going to have the feet. Okay. So you'll have that. That's separate, but you can only get it in the 4. You can't just order the doll. Okay. You order all 4 pieces because it's a 3D piece so that you can create these fantastic Easter displays. Then there's a 2-piece gnome house, but they're really large cutters. Now, let me explain this to you. On one side, it's going to be decorated like it's hidden in a forest. When you flip it around, it's going to look like the inside of a gnome house. Okay, so something we haven't done before in our group. Super psyched to bring this to you. And please don't panic. I promise you it's going to be easy. And every time I say it's easy, you go Amy easy or really easy. I'm telling you. Oh, I like Cutter Connoisseur too. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Carrie. Phew, you scared me for a minute. So do we want to vote at the end? Maybe you should put something up on the Dots and Bows site. So we've got Cutter King, Cutter Cutie, Cutter Connoisseur. I don't know if they put any other names up. Wait, you had surgery, Mimi? Oh, I'll pray for you tonight as soon as I get off of here. I promise. I'm so sorry. I did not know you were having surgery. Hey, Sally, how are you? Hi, Camille. Inset cutters are in the set. So this is actually a 4-piece set. It's the base, it's the doll, it's the inset cutter, and it comes with a little cutter that you divide in half and make the feet. So that's one 4-piece set when you get on their site, okay? Then if you get the boy gnome, there's a base, there's the doll part, there's going to be an inset cutter like this, and there's going to be a cutter like this that you'll divide in half and you'll make the cute little feet, okay? And then, so those both are 4-piece sets and they're sold separately. Or you can buy the STL files and print them yourself, okay? They're not extra. They're included in the 4-piece set. Okay, hold on one sec. And then this is a 2-piece set. These 3 cutters are, there's one more. There's one more. Let me get there. Hold on. So we're also doing this 3D cart that you can put candies in on your table. So this is the sides. Then this is the bottom. This is to do the bottom. This is to do the front. Okay. If you can kind of envision this with me. And then this is your wheel, right? You're going to have 2 wheels on here and it's going to be lifted. And don't worry, I'm going to show you how to properly support it. You're going to be so happy with this technique. And then the inside is going to be empty. This one is going to require the use of one of the fondant molds from the Cookie-a-thon set. And there's going to be 40 kits that I will have. I will have 40 kits available with all the fondant mats to make the Cookie-a-thon doll, the Maddie Lane doll that we're going to do in Cookie-a-thon. And those will be sold well before Cookie-a-thon. I'll sell those kits in March. They'll be to you before we ever get started. But this uses at least one of the fondant molds from that fondant. I keep saying cutter, but I mean the fondant mold set that I'm going to sell. Okay. And then let's see. So this stack, these 4, this is what I think you should get all in one day if you're going to take those classes. And I'm going to keep the classes on the cheap. They're just going to be $25, but they are going to be 3 to 4 hour classes. This is the 4 sets of cutters. They're listed individually by set. So there's a gnome girl set, a gnome boy set, the gnome house 2 set, and the garden cart set. And what that means is you can't break down the pieces in the set. You need them all to make the piece because it's 3D. So buy all these on Friday because then your 4th one's free. It's like getting 25% off because these are all in the same price range. They're more expensive because they're large cutters and bunches of them. Okay. So let's move that to the side now. All right. So on Tutorial Tuesday, by the way, those are all advanced projects. But on Tutorial Tuesday is where we try to keep it beginner intermediate level so that we can bring all of our new cookie friends to join us. We will have 6 weeks where we will do accent cookies that you can make faster, that are beginner intermediate level, depending on which technique you choose to embrace, that coordinate with these pieces so you can use them for spring or Easter. Okay. This is our 2 tutorial set I'm about to show you that we're going to use starting right after Cookie Con in Reno. Totally different thing. There's a lot of stuff going on. I feel like my life just turned big time and I'm so excited about it. All right, so we're going to do this cool snail and there's a baby bird that rides his back. So sweet, right? I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. Now stay with me. This is totally separate from what I just showed you. Then we've got this really cool terracotta pot and we're going to do all kinds of flowers up here. These cutters, this one really, it has to be a snail. I'm not sure what else you would use it for. I've done the cutter flip. I guess it could be a ghost maybe when you get to the fall, but this one's pretty specific. This one you can use for every season. You can use it for weddings, baby showers, all kinds of stuff coming up. You can use this one for, so not just my stuff, right? So this is 2 of the cutters. Then we've got this cool wooden sign. And it's in a terracotta pot because I'm going to show you how to deal with these signposts if you're not a person that likes to do all that wood grain texturing. Okay. And I'm going to also have a royal icing transfer template that will be sold in my coffee shop to go along with this so that you guys can do those things ahead of time so you don't have to worry about your lettering being the last thing and you not liking it. Yes, please. All right, and then I've got this awesome, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I collect antique watering cans, like the really old galvanized kind with the long spouts and the big nozzles on the end. I love them. I put them all over in my yard. Wait, let me see. Ooh, that's a great idea. The snail could be a whale that's spraying water. Tell me which way. That's actually a really good idea. How could we do that? Do I turn it this way or this way? Who saw that? Did Katrina see that or Carrie? Probably Katrina, right? Which way do I go? I don't see the, oh, wait, I do see that because this would be the tail, right? This would be the tail. Let me see. Yeah, tail here and then water and head here. Bye, Jen. Bye, feel better. Enjoy your family time. So our snail, our watering can, our wooden sign, lots of uses for this coming up, including but not limited to, how cool would that be for your outdoor or garden theme weddings to do their table numbers on and their names? Wouldn't that be a fun thing to have at their place settings? I'm just saying, just saying. Yes. Yes. Tail, the 2 bumps, water's the other top piece. I can totally see that. Totally see it. And I see a ghost this way too. Like, you know, ooh, ghost. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. I'm probably getting a little too enthusiastic for some of you, but you know what? I'm extra and I am, and I know it and you know it. So I'm just embracing it. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Sally. All right, so snail, watering can, then the sign, and then I told you about this one, which is the flower pot, okay? And then I have this really cool mushroom, and I sized this one differently, specifically than my gnome house one from last year's spring cookie-a-thon. So get that one too if you want. It's a 2-piece set or can be bought individually, and it was sold in 2 sizes. I tried to keep it simple for the girls this year and did not do these things in 2 sizes because I sized everything to work with your fondant molds. Just saying, you can make it work otherwise. There are other ways to do it, but that is where my logic was. And I wanted them to be cool stand-up pieces about 6 or 7 inches tall for your Easter family gatherings, because I'm just really hoping we can all get together at Easter. All right, and then I have this fun gnome birdhouse, which I know looks a little crazy, but I promise when you see the finished design, it's as cute as it can be and totally has that woodland look. So these 6 are in a totally separate listing, and I believe that they say, what are they, Cindy, are you on here? What do they say on the set of 6? Does it say like garden set or 2 tutorial Tuesday or cookie snack attack or something? But these 6 are listed together in one listing. You can buy the set of 6 or you can buy the ones you want. So you could buy just this one and this one and this one, whatever you feel like you want, but they're all sized. So they're roughly the same size cookies. They have future uses on 2 tutorial Tuesday beyond our spring collection, and they're listed as Cookie Snack Attack Garden Series. Okay. So they're listed in one listing. You can buy them as a set of cutters. You can buy them as a set of STL files, or you can pick out individual cutters. So on Fridays, you guys, Fridays is really cool because it's more like getting 25% off because it's buy 3, get 1 free. So if you keep your items equally priced, you're going to get that 4th one in their price range for free. So you could buy 3, get 1 free, buy these 2, pick out another cutter, and then still get a free cutter, right? So you can break it down that way. It'll be a little bit cheaper for you. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. And then, Carrie, will you drop my code in? If you don't want to buy on Friday because whatever, I don't know why you wouldn't want to save 25% over saving 10%, but let's just say you have some reason that you don't want to and you want to buy another day of the week, there's a 10% off class coupon. And there is, but I can't remember. I think it's, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but is it SS Class 10? I think it's Seriously Sweet Class 10. Don't kill me. I forgot to look it up before I got on live. I'm sorry, Carrie. But there's a class code to get you 10% off your entire order. But you can't combine coupons and you can't use the SS class discount on Katrina's classes. You can use it on any of the cutters, but not on the classes, right? So are you with me? Do we understand? This is listed as the Garden series. There's 6 cutters you can buy as a set, or you can break it up and just pick out the ones you want to do. All of these cutters are larger cutters. Like this one is a 4-inch. This one's 4 inches. This one's 4 inches. The watering can is 4 inches. This one's 4 inches. And the widest point on this one is 4 inches. I thought I did that. It's been a few weeks since I did these, but I thought I did them all at 4 inches so that you could set your prices. Yes. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate it so much. Okay. So if you are not a member of the crew, Katrina's crew, you want to use SS Class 10 to get your 10% off, to get your discount. If you're buying on a day other than Friday, because on Friday it's buy 3, get a 4th one free. If you are a member of the crew, you'll use the code SS Class Crew, and then you'll get your 10% off. Okay. But be prepared for Friday. Get these ordered. They're bigger cutters. They take a little bit longer to print. Plus, we've had all this wackadoodle weather all over the country, and you need these cutters. You need these cutters. At least get these done, you guys, because you need these cutters as soon as I get back from CookieCon. So the first Tuesday I get back from CookieCon, which will be the 2nd Tuesday in March, we're going to start right in on this set, okay? And then of your group pieces, your big sets, right? Your sets where there's multiple ones and that's the only way you can buy them. The one you need right away is the one for Cookie-a-thon, which is the Maddie Lane Gnome Girl doll. You need her right away because that's the beginning of April. And then just so I'm not overwhelmed with stuff and so that you don't have too much stuff at once, the classes are they're pre-recorded, but they're going to go up for sale right after Cookie-a-thon. Like as soon as I'm done doing my thing on Cookie-a-thon, you'll find the classes on my website. But the videos are going to release one each week for the rest of the month of April. So even if you purchase them all right after, because I'm trying to figure out, I might give you a discount if you do a whole package. But even if you buy them all right away, just so that I'm not overwhelmed with questions and you're not overwhelmed with trying to get them done, they're going to release maybe 2 a week, because then the other part of that, guys, is Easter is April 17th. So if you're going to try to convert them and use them for Easter, you're going to want them earlier. So I'll figure that out. Okay. But you need Maddie Lane right away. So you need these 6 because we're going to start them on Tutorial Tuesday right after CookieCon, which is the first week of March. I'll be gone for that. We're going to start these right away. And then the other most important one that you need is for Cookie-a-thon, Thon, and you need Maddie Lane. And then right after that, the other 3, if you want to do them, they're going to be one-off classes. They will not be part of Tutorial Tuesday. Okay. Does that help? Please, somebody tell me that you understood all of that, because I'm totally, yes. And okay. It's the special discount code for members of the Dots and Bows cookie group so that they get 10% off for always being a member. Okay. All right. Please, someone. Okay, good. Barbie's got it. I hope I did that well. I hope I did it so you understand, and that you understand Friday, really, if you plan it right, ends up being 25% off. You can't combine discounts. You can't use that class code on Katrina's classes or her cookie kits. Okay. And Carrie, these cutters look gorgeous as usual. I'm so excited. If I have extra dough tomorrow, I may go ahead and just bake double sets of all of these tomorrow so I can get to recording and get you some pictures. And just once again to show you, this is my cookie-a-thon piece that I'm going to be doing for Nancy Westfall. She's about 7 inches tall. This is my Maddie Lane gnome doll. And fondant molds, there's going to be a butterfly, a bow, a flowers, and then our tulip pot. Those will be sold together. And then most of the other supplies you'll gather yourself if you're going to do this, because if you've done a lot of my other classes recently, I tried to use everything in the same color grouping, so you probably have everything else. I tried. Okay, so Robin, yes, but listen, just give me a second. I don't want to stutter all over myself. You can buy the garden group as a set, the garden series for $27. But if you do it on Friday and you put them in the cart individually, you'll be buying 3, getting 1 free. So you might want to break that up instead of doing the 27. Figure that out. Look at the prices and figure out the best way to do it. Okay. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate that. She's cutie. And if you bought the gnome house one, the mushroom gnome house that I did last year, and you still have your extended access from last year, then that gnome house is sized to fit her too. So you already have another piece. Okay. I think Mimi got that last year for sure. And she got the Bella Fairy that I did last year too. Yes. Open enrollment right now for the subscription group Dots and Bows has for the Cookie Crew. So check that out. They dropped a link in a little bit above here. And they told you there was like a 3 months, a 6 month, and a 12-month thing. Plus, I think you have a monthly too, right? But it's a little bit cheaper if you buy a longer type package, right? Thank you for getting your cutters early. I think, you got STL files, right, Barbie? Thank you, because it helps them, because Katrina's got so much stuff going on. Plus, they have that full cutter shop, like that everything's in it. And it just helps if we kind of get our stuff in and then give them time in case we've got weather issues and all of that sort of stuff, right? Yay! Yeah, Mimi did. She got both of them. So now you can redo it in the new color scheme and still make it. Okay, Lori, the links are not available for Cookie-a-thon yet, but I promise you the day they're out, I'll come on, I'll do a live and I'll give you that. And please wait and sign up under my affiliate link. Because it paid for several months of live streaming bills. You guys were so great, signed up under my link, and that money paid for almost, not quite, but almost 3 months worth of live streaming bills. So there wasn't so much pressure on to keep stuff in the coffee shop for you guys to buy. It just the commission from that really helped. And you guys know I love the live streaming. I love bringing you to Tutorial Tuesday. So thank you. And Carrie, you're super welcome. Thank you guys for always working with me. I love it. I love that you do such a great job. The cutters are great. And one day, I'm not doing it anytime soon, but one day I will promise I'll send you a picture of the, I think it's a 4x6 sheet of pegboard that's up that all of my Dots and Bows is on. And I had to upgrade from 6-inch hooks to 12-inch hooks. I should not confess this stuff to you. It is really out of control, but it does really look like that. So anyway, you have the truth. Wasn't there somebody that said the rest of the story? Was it Paul Harvey that used to say the rest of the story? I don't remember. I'm too tired. I can't put these thoughts all together, but stuff's rolling through my head. All right. And don't forget, I'm going to post a link. Hi, sweetie. I'll be there in just a sec. Okay. Just wait for me. I'll be right there. Earlier tonight, I did a live stream with Debbie of Icing Images, and I made my own edible lace mixture from their Flex Frost sheets. We talked about how to dye it, how to attach it, how to do these cool ruffles, how to mangle your piping tips so that you could get a thinner, feathery, more feathery ruffle by doing a little bit of work to your tip. I'm sure the tip manufacturers don't want me to tell you that, but you know what? A lot of people do it. Oh, she can't walk in her cooking room either? Okay, well, good. I don't feel so bad because I was like, should I take those off the wall? Should I go ahead and start like going into plastic containers? And then I thought, I don't even know how many plastic containers I would have to buy to organize this at this point. Oh, thank you, Mimi. I appreciate it. It was so much fun. And I love experimenting with products. I just really like learning all of their uses and when they can and can't be shipped and what they should and shouldn't be used on. And then I like mixing them with other things, which they probably also don't like for me to do. But that's how I find some really cool uses for this stuff. So just telling you, the next thing I'm planning on trying is some of this Flex Frost and some of my fondant molds. Can you think about what I might be using Flex Frost and a fondant mold for? Like fondant molds are usually much deeper and all of that kind of stuff. So Becky and Barbie are going to jump on this right away, I'm sure. But think about what you might want to use the Flex Frost paste that I made to use in the edible lace mats. That was a mouthful. Think about what I might want to use that for in a fondant mat. Just saying, you could get a head start, bump to the beginning of the class. All right, we've been on an hour. I got to go. I have to bake a bunch of cookies very early in the morning, but I will probably run an open cookie cam tomorrow because I've got to get Ruffles on 200 cookies tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do it. Don't worry about it. Seriously, I can crank that out fast as long as I'm concentrating on what I'm doing and not watching the screen. So I'm literally going to play a little bit of background music and just go. One of the reasons I want to do that is because I want you to see that the more of something you do, the faster it gets and the better you get with the turning of it and all of that sort of thing. And also, if you have one of these handy, I haven't showed you this trick before, but tomorrow I'm going to show you this trick if I run the open cookie cam, okay? So this is a 1.5 inch. It's a number 7 rose nail. It's a 1.5 inch. If you have one of these and some parchment squares, have this ready to go because I'm going to show you a super cool trick for doing ruffles on these cookies, right? Like I handheld this tonight, but tomorrow I'm going to show you something you can do with this. Okay. All right. And do you guys want to see what 200 red chickens and fondant modeling chocolate look like before you go? Do you want to see what that looks like? I mean, because people were curious, like, how much is that really? And I showed you the fondant and showed you how I calculated it by weight. So I would make sure I had enough dyed so they'd all be the same color. But this is what 200 red fondant modeling chocolate chickens look like. Isn't that cute? Look at that. All right, hold on. This is what 200 of the bows. Well, this is not 200. I'm only going to pull one bag over. But this is all stuff I do ahead of time so I can do it extra fancy and then it's ready to roll. But there are 200 of these fancy Have a Moveless Valentine's Day ribbons ready to go too. All right. Thank you. Thank you to everyone that pre-ordered for Valentine's Day. Thank you even to the people that complained I was already sold out as if that was a bad thing. Not. Thank you seriously to everyone that did the normal and knew what to do and put their orders in early because you guys put in such large orders and I had so many party and corporate orders that it took up all the space right away. So it's really allowed for great planning this year. All right. I think that's it. All right, I'm going to go. You guys have a great night. If you have questions, message me and I'll come back to you and check it before I go to bed and then I'll check it in the morning, okay? All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.